Hi viewers, now we are watching 9th class mathematics second topic irrational numbers. In the previous class, I already covered the different types of numbers like natural, whole numbers, integer numbers and rational numbers. And today's topic is irrational numbers. Which numbers we call as irrational? Just imagine some of the numbers. Are we able to represent each and every number on the number line? So there is some question mark. Just because if it is 4, we can mention. If it is 9.5, we can mention. For example, if anyone asks you to mention the square root of 2 value. What is the square root of 2? It is 1.414213. And the number keep on continuing. Consider the square root of 3. It's 1.7320508. Are we able to mention the numbers on the number line? Pretty difficult, right? It's pretty difficult. So, still there are some numbers which are remaining like that. We couldn't able to represent on the number line. Those numbers are called irrational numbers. Those numbers are called irrational numbers. Neither terminating nor repeating decimal. Okay, those are called irrational numbers. You may get doubt repeating decimal. For example, there is a number 0.48484848 means it's keep on repeating 484848. It will keep on repeating. This is not irrational. This is rational. This is rational. Okay, the number which is keep on, which is not neither terminating and nor repeating is called irrational number. See, here also the number is keep on going, but still it is rational just because this one is repeating number. Okay, if it is not repeating and keep on going, that number is called irrational number. I hope you understand this. If you don't understand, just play back the video so that you can understand easily. Okay, now you understand, right? What is irrational number? The number which will not repeat and will keep on continuing. That number is called irrational number. Now you are able to understand real number. It's just very simple. Real numbers are nothing but combination of rational and irrational. Now we enter into the topic, right? Our topic is real numbers. You already learned rational numbers. Now you understand what is irrational. The combination of both rational numbers and irrational numbers is nothing but real numbers. Okay, let us move to the exercise 1.2. Please get ready with your maths textbook and the CW book. Okay, start the exercise 1.2. Please write the complete question. I am repeating again. First, classify the following numbers as rational or irrational. Which are all the numbers they have given? So they have given 6 different numbers. Out of this, we have to find which is rational number and which is irrational number. Okay, you already understand, right? What is irrational number? Consider the first one. They have given square root of 27. 27 is a perfect square. It's a perfect cube. I agree. But this is not perfect square. What's the value of square root of 27? It will be 5.1961. Some number it will keep on repeat. So this is keep on. It's not terminating. It's not terminating, right? If it is not terminating, whether it is rational or irrational, it is irrational number. This is irrational number. Comes to the second one. Square root of 441. Square root of 441 is ending with 1 means either the number ends with 1 or 9. Its actual value is 21. So 21 is a rational number. It's very easy. See, here the number is not terminating and it's not even repeating. So this is irrational. Come to here. Here also number is not terminating. Terminating ante agatledu kada 484848. It's keep on repeating. Okay, but keep on repeating, but not terminating. Repeating number is rational number. Repeat aithe rational. Repeat avvakundaga terminate avvakundaga unte adi irrational. Okay, here 11.21324354 not terminating, not repeating, so irrational. This is also irrational, right? Please don't write like this in your CW. Okay, just write the question, give the solution as irrational number. Write the question, give the solution as rational number. You enter into the 9th class, don't expect a spoon feeding. Okay, next look at the second one. Explain with an example how irrational numbers differs from rational number. Okay, just take a one number, either you can take square root of 2, 5, any number. Okay. Taking that number, write what you understand in your own words. Third one, find an irrational number between 5/7 and 7/9. How many more there may be? Okay, what they are asking us to write, we have to write the third one. We have to write the irrational numbers between 5/7 and 7/9. Okay, to write the between numbers, first of all, we must know the value of 5/7. Let us find it out. 5 is smaller than 7. So, place a decimal, 0 point. 7 sevens are 49. 1 remains, 0.0. 7 ones are 7. 3.0. Next, 7 fours are 28. 2.0. Okay, 7 twos are 14. 6. So just take only up to 4 decimals. So this is 0.7142. Now let us calculate for 7/9. Okay, 9 sevens are 63. 7 remains, 0.0. Again 9 sevens are 63. 7 remains, 0.0. So this we keep on continuing, 7, 7, 7, 7. So this is 0.7777. Once you are able to understand these two numbers, now you are easily write the between numbers, right? You can write any number that should be between these two. 0. Here 1, second place. Here 7. Between 1 and 7, how many numbers are there you can write? 7, 6, 5, 5, 5, 4, 3, like that. See, here I took the number as 5, means it's greater than 0.715. So this is fine. Understand how to write the between numbers? You don't need to write the same numbers. You can write your own numbers also. But the number should be irrational. Next. Fourth one. Find two irrational numbers between 0.7 and 0.77. Hope you can do it by your own in the maths HW. Do it in the HW. Okay. Next, fifth one. Find the value of square root of 5 up to 3 decimal places. Okay. Let us find out the square root of 5 up to 3 decimal places. So, how to find out the square root of 5? Is it a perfect square? No. So, let us follow the long division method which we already learned in the 8th class. We have to find out for 5. So for the decimal values, take zeros. What they said, up to 3 decimals, no. Up to 3 decimals means I have to total 6 zeros. Long division method for square root, we used to take 2 zeros, no. Now 5. Okay. When 5 will come between 2 square is 4. Next 3 square is 9. 9 is bigger than 4. So let us go with 2. 2 2s are 4. 1 remains. So take the point. And we should not take 1 1 0 just like a normal division. For this perfect square root, we used to take 2 numbers. No, so take 2 numbers. And what 2 will become? 2 will become double. So 4. Okay, by which number we place here? With the same number, we have to multiply here. If we take 1, it will be 41. So we multiply with 41 ones. 41 ones is 41. If we take 2, we have to multiply with 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. If we take 3, we have to multiply with 3. 3 3s are 9. 4 3s are 1. So here the number is 100. If we take 43, the number will be bigger than 100. So we have to take 2s. 42 2s are 84. 10 minus 4, 6. 9 minus 8, 1. So we got 16. Again we have to take these 2 zeros. And 4. 2 will become 4. And which number we have to place here? By which number we are going to multiply? The same number we have to take. Just imagine, this is 1600. 1600, no. So 400 4s are 1600. So let us take 443. If we take 3, we have to multiply 3 only, no. 3 3s are 9. 4 3s are 12. 4 3s are 12. 12 plus 1, 13. For example, if you take 4, 4 4s are 16. 4 4s are 16 plus 1, 70. 4 4s are 16 plus 1, 70. Large number, right? Than 1600. So consider 3. So place 3. 443 into 3 is 1329. 10 minus 9, 1. 9 minus 2, 7. 5 minus 3, 2. Now take remaining 2 zeros. Now 4, 4, 3, double of 3 is 6. Now which number we have to take here? I think maybe 4. 4 5s are 20, no? It's more than 20, maybe 5 or 6. Let us check with 5 first. 4 4 6 5 5s. 5 5s are 25. 6 5s are 30 plus 2 32. 4 5s are 20 plus 3 23. 4 5s are 20 plus 2 22. Let us check with 6. 6 6s are 36. 6 6s are 36 plus 3 39. 4 6s are 24. 24 plus 3, 27. 4 6s are 24 plus 2, 29. So if it is 6, then it will be large. Sorry, 4 6s are 24 plus 2, 26 only. So I think we can take 6. If we take 7, it will be larger number than 27,100. So I am going to take 6 here. 6, 6. 2, 6, 7, 9, 6. 10 minus 6, 4. 9 minus 9, 0. And here, 10 minus 7, 3. So the remainder is 304. Why am I stopping here? Because they asked us to find out up to 3 decimal places. We already found out, no? So square root of 5 is equals to 2.236. Okay, in the same way you can do the 6th problem. But for the 6th problem they asked up to how many decimals? 6 decimals. So you have to continue this process up to 6 decimals. Okay, next step. square root of 10 on number line. Let me explain this. To understand this, let us recap the property of a right angle triangle. For example, if we have a right angle triangle called ABC, AB square is equals to AC square plus BC square. We already know this, right? Okay. So, this diagonal square is equals to the sum of the squares of the remaining two sides. We are going to use the same technique to mention this on the number line. See, square root of 10. I am going to draw a number line first. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on. If it is square root of 9, it will be here, obviously. If it is square root of 16, it will be here. So between 3 square and 4 square, the 10 square will be there. Okay. What is the value of square root of 10? First find out by using the long division method. 3 3s are 9. 1 remains. Okay. So take 2 zeros. This will become 6. Okay. Now which number we have to take here? 61 ones 61. If it is 62 twos, 2 twos are 4, 6 twos are 12. So large. So let us go with 1 only. We will get 61. 10 minus 1, 9. 9 minus 6, 3, 39. 6, 2. Take 2 more zeros. Next. 62. Which number we have to place? Let us check with 2. 2 twos are 4. 2 twos are 4. 6 twos are 12. Okay. Let me go with 4. 4 fours are 16. 4 twos are 8 plus 1 9. 6 fours are 24. 6 24 5s. 25 10 12. Yeah, I think we can go with 5. Check with more numbers first. 6 26, 6 6 are 36. 6 2s are 12 plus 3, 15. 6 6 are 36 plus 1, 37. 14. So, let us go with 6. 3756. 10 minus 6, 4. 9 minus 5, 4. 8 minus 7, 1. I am stopping with 3 digits. So, square root of 10 is equals to 3.156. Okay. To represent this, so the number is more than 3. Okay, 3.1 we can place. What about 5, 6? It's pretty difficult. So what we have to do is consider the right angle triangle. For example, this is square root of 10. Okay, when you will get square root of 10? When it is 3 square plus 1 square. Understand? 1 second. Consider AB square is equals to AC square plus BC square. Na? So, if, wait, for example, AC is 3 and BC is 1 square and this is 10. Then we will get 10 square. Sorry. Then we will get the value, right? 9 square means, 3 square means 9. 1 square means 1. 10 only, no? That's why I said this is square root of 10. So at last this is AB square. Now AB will be square root of 10. If it is square means if it goes on the right hand side it will become square root only, no? That's why I mentioned AB square is square root of 10. So this is nothing but square root of 3 square plus 1 square only, no? Now what we have to do is first draw the number line. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Enough. I am going to draw a rectangle. One side is 3, other side is 1. So from here to here 3 centimeters, right? One side. And the other side is 1 centimeter. And this is 3. And this is 1 centimeter. 3 centimeter, 1 centimeter. If it is 3 centimeter and this is 10 centimeter, the diagonal will be square root of 10. Right? Ante kada? Either it is right angle triangle or rectangle. Rectangle contains a right angle triangle. Okay. Now what you have to do is you have to take a compass and measure it at 0. Measure at 0. Take the length up to here, from here to here. From here, you have to draw the arch. It will meet at the point where it is square root of 10. 3.156. Like this, you have to draw the square root value by using on the number line using the right angle triangle method. Understand? Understand how to draw how to mark the square value on number line using the right angle triangle property. Okay, hope you understand this. Now let us check the 8th problem. Find at least 2 irrational numbers between 2 and 3. Okay, these two are rational numbers. But what they ask us, we have to find out the irrational numbers. Irrational numbers means you can write 2.0, which is between 2 and 3 only, no? So you can write 2.56, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that, anything you can write. But there is some simple technique is there, I will tell that. 2, when we get 2, for which square? For 4 square, right? We will get 2. And 3 for 9. So 4 and 9 are having the perfect squares and those answers are nothing but 2 and 3. The numbers which lies between 4 and 9, those are irrational numbers. So when they ask you to, they have given the perfect rational numbers. They ask us to write the perfect irrational numbers. So you can use any number between square root of 4 and 9. These are the 4 irrational numbers between 2 and 3. When you try to calculate, you will get 2.123 something. A bigger number you will get. I mean, more decimal number which is not terminating. Okay? Understand? So they ask us to write 2. You can pick any 2 from these 4. Last one. State whether the following statements are true or false. Justify your answer. First one. Every irrational number is a real number. Every irrational number is a real number. True or false? It's true, because real numbers are combination of rational and irrational. So every irrational number is a real number. Every rational number is also a real number. Here they ask every irrational number is a real number. So it is true. In the same way, second one. Every rational number is a real number. That only we are speaking, right? Both are real numbers. Third one. Every real number need not to be a rational number. ప్రతి రియల్ నెంబర్ రేషనల్ నెంబర్ అవ్వాల్సిన పని లేదంట. ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ మేబీ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఏ ఇర్రేషనల్ నెంబర్. సో ద థర్డ్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో ట్రూ. ఫోర్త్ వన్, స్క్వేర్ రూట్ ఆఫ్ n is not irrational if n is a perfect square. Square root of n is not a irrational number if n is a perfect square. n అనేది perfect square అయితే మనకి రేషనల్ నెంబర్ వస్తుంది కానీ ఇర్రేషనల్ నెంబర్ రాదుగా. The statement only they have given indirectly, so it is true. Fifth one also same. Square root of n is irrational if n is not a perfect square. If it is not a perfect square, obviously we get irrational numbers. So the fifth statement is also true. Last one, all real numbers are irrational. All real numbers are irrational. Is it true? False, because real numbers are combination of both real and rational and irrational. No. So how can we say real numbers are irrational? So the last statement is false. Okay. Now, in this exercise, you have learned how to place the point on the number line by using the right angle triangle property. Now, I am going to tell you the one more method, which is nothing but magnificent method. And open the exercise 1.2. There are only 2 problems in that. I will explain the first one. In the same way, you have to do the second one. The first problem is 2.874. So in the magnification method, you have to draw the multiple number lines. In the first number line, I just took 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So between 2 and 3, how many parts will be there? Total 10, right? Out of this will be 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Our number is 2.87. So 8, 9. 2.8, 2.9. So this number is definitely lies between these two. Yes or no? Now you have to write the next number line. This is 2.8 and assume this is 2.9. Make 10 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10th one will be the 2.9 only. Now this will be 2.81, 2.82, 2.83. 2.84, 2.85, 2.86, 2.87, 2.88, 2.89, 2.9. Next one. So the number is 87, means between these two. Now again magnification. By the name itself you must be able to understand. Magnification means like a lens will be having the magnificent lens. No. Just like we are zooming it. Now, we have to write the number line of these two. 2.87, 2.88. Again, make 10 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the 10th one is 2.88. Now, write the number. 2.871, 2.872, 2.873. 2.874. So this is the number we are looking for. Understand how to represent on the number line? Easy, right? Magnification method. In the same way, do the second problem. But for the second problem, what they mentioned? 5.28. 5.28 and they kept bar here. Bar means that number is repeating. 5.282. Just take 5.28 because they ask us to up to 3 decimals. So just stop here and do the same process for the second one also. By this 1.3 also completed. In the next video I will explain about the exercise 1.4. Bye for now.